Welcome to Dayla's class, brought to you by Alondra, Sofia, and Carmen.
Today, we are going to take a sensory exploration. Explorations are often adventures usually associated with wild lands and faraway places where habitats are explored. In this adventure, the wild areas we explore will be around us. I will be visiting the wetlands today, but you don't have to go far. Maybe you can go around a park, or even in your own backyard. There are many things to explore. While we are exploring, just keep in mind your safety. Make sure to have your mask on. There will be plenty of people walking around the trails, most likely if you decide to go out. So have your mask on for your safety and the safety of other people. If you go with other people like friends or family, make sure you try to keep a 6 feet apart distance. Make sure to take some water with you. You do not want to be dehydrated. If you are a constant snacker, you might also want to take some snacks with you. Just make sure you do not leave any waste behind. Going back to safety, if you see something that looks like a fruit or a berry out in nature, don't eat it. You don't know if this can be toxic or not. So to avoid any accidents, just take your own snacks with you. Since we will be using our senses to explore nature, please be careful to avoid these plants: poison ivy, poison oak, and sumac. Now that all the safety concerns are out of the way, let's get started. Let's begin by using our senses to hear. For this, you might want to be extra calm and extra quiet. You might even want to close your eyes. Listen to the wonderful sound of water, the wind. Maybe there's even some animals rustling in a bush, or maybe a bird up in a tree. What can you hear? Let's move on to sight. What can you see up ahead? I was able to see the sky, the water, plants, and even a mountain from far away. There was even nature-inspired designs, such as a bench, where you can enjoy the beautiful view. Use your eyes. Can you see movement? Can you see colors? What colors do you see most often? What shapes do you notice? Get a closer look. What things do you notice that you didn't notice from far away? Maybe you might even see some little creatures. You might even notice some shapes and patterns that you might have not noticed when you were further away. Once again, make sure to look up high and to look down low. Look out into the distance. You might even see some ducks swimming in the water and some geese flying away. Some animals that I was lucky to see that I don't really get to see too often are beavers and even a deer. I feel like these are very special. So if you come up this close to an animal, make sure to stay calm, stay quiet, and to not disturb them. Now let's move on to taste. Like I mentioned before, if you find fruit along the trail that you are, don't eat it just for safety purposes. But if you happen to have any fruit around your garden, go ahead and eat it. I started by tasting some grapes that were grown in my own backyard. But it looks like we were not the only ones that day. That's right, the ants decided to join in the party too. We also had some chiles and even some tomatillos, perfect for making salsa. We are also lucky enough to have some apples and even nectarines. One of our senses is touch. When we are out in nature, we will encounter many different textures, including smooth, soft, rough, sharp, dull, feathery, wet, or dry. Be careful though. Do not pick up any sharp or dangerous objects when you are out there. And when exploring, enjoy the natural objects where they are without removing or breaking them. Collecting natural objects can damage shelter for living things and harm living things themselves. Also, just a reminder again, be careful not to touch poison oak, poison ivy, or sumac. For our final sense that we will be using in this exploration, we will be practicing our scent. You may tune into nature by doing some breathing exercises while you are outside. Close your eyes and breathe in deeply and slowly through your nose. And then once you're done, breathe out through your mouth slowly. Not only is it relaxing, but you will really be able to take in the scents around you. Also, don't just think that you only have to use one sense at a time. Use multiple. For example, you may look and smell while you feel a flower, just like you can look and listen to a duck at the same time, or the water that is going downstream. So now that you have seen the many things I was able to see in my exploration, it's your turn. You can use the journal that was provided in your kit to draw and write your observations. Also, let me know in the comment section, what type of things were you able to see? What did you find? What were you surprised about? As always, thank you for watching.